Do this one next. Now we're going to change it slightly. I'm not changing the actual thing. I'm just going to change the colours. All right, so I thought that's a nice one. It's got a little doggy in it. This doggy comes from the one of the die sets that is on the website. So you know the one with the children. There's a girl one and a boy one. So you've got little girls and little boys. In fact, I've got a little boy to go into the new balloon, or little girl or whatever. But they actually go quite nicely inside the balloon. So you just cut them down to where you want them to go, and it looks like they're sitting in the balloon. So that's quite nice. So don't forget they're there, and they're silhouettes, so you don't need to bother colouring them in. Or you can cut out photos and put people you know in them, which is what I'm going to do with this one. So first thing we need to do, I've used a craft card 5x7, but you can use a white 5x7 card and just cover it with craft. All right, you don't need to worry about that. And then what we need to do is we need to do a background for this. And I have used, let's just put these flowers away so I don't lose them. The old leftover bag is coming on in leaps and bounds. Right, let's have a look. What have I done? If I can find it. Hold on, I'm just sorting myself out. Here it is. Right, so for my background, I'm going to use this. The other day, I said to you, I went over to, I can't remember if it's the Works or the Range. It must have been the Range. I don't think I went in the Works. Don't know. Anyway, they've got this book, and it's called Grunge and Beachy. You might have seen it, you might not. But look at these wonderful, old-fashioned backgrounds. I wish they'd have had it as an 8x8 or a 12x12, but they don't. But it's just amazing. I use this one. I'm going to use that one again because that worked well. But they're just fantastic. They're 32 sheets, 4x8 designs, and I think they were something like £1.99. They might have been £2, but not. I just think they're wonderful. You know me, I love my grunge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this so there's a very small border around the outside. So this is 5x7. Normally I do the 1/4 inch, but this time I'm not. I want this side. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do it to 5, so 4 7/8. So I'm only cutting a little bit off, and so I'm going to do 6 7/8. If you're doing centimetres, that's about, hold on, it's about, lengthwise it's 17, hold on, 17.5 centimetres by 12.3 centimetres if you're doing centimetres. Oops. So when you put this on here, I know you can't see because of the craft mat so well, but you just get a nice border, and I'm not grunging it, okay? It's not, because it's so distressed. Right, so I'm going to put this on here. Yeah. Like so. And I'm going to stick that down. So, I don't know if you can, look. There's a small border. Can you see? Like so. Right, so that's my background. So I can put that to one side. Now I'm going to make my balloon. So I've got myself a circle. It's a 3.5 inch circle. And I'm actually going to use this circle as my base. Okay, so last time I used quite dark colours. I've got these really pretty colours now. So I'm going to use something a bit brighter, and I use that one. See what else I've got. I got that one. So I'm just going for colours, brighter colours. I just need a, I've got a red. No. Probably yellow. I've got a yellow. I know I've got a yellow. Let's see what else we got here. 1, 2, what have I used? 4. Oh. That works, doesn't it? And a yellow. That'll do it. We use those. These are just 6x6. Don't forget, if you ever buy 6x6 packs off of me, and I do them, I know I do them, they were in the shop, I'll have to put them back. You do get a nice selection of 6x6 papers that you can use, because even the 12x12s, if they got a small pattern, I will cut them down. Right, so I've chosen my colours. So what I'm going to do is I have got a scallop punch. All right, now if you haven't got a scallop punch, I've said to you before, you can draw around a circle. I'll show you how in a minute, just bear with. Let me just do this first one. I just want to show you how easy this is. Like so. I'm just going to do strips to start with. Right, I think that's quite enough of that one. So that's I'm just going to cut that off like that. So that's what I'm looking after, little strips like that. So let me just show you. If you've got, let's have a look. I need a line. So let's draw a line. If you haven't got anything scalloped, this is how you do it. All right, draw a line with a pencil and then get yourself something that's circular. All right. And then mark. Right, so there's your scallop. Then all you do is you cut around that, turn it over, and you've got a nice scallop border. Okay, so that's quite easy to do. It's not hard to do. So that's that bit. So I'm going to do the same with all of these. Okay, so here's my balloon. You're going to start at the bottom. All right, so it doesn't really matter what you sew. What I normally do is I just lay it out as I want it. Let me if I need that one actually, or maybe. I like that pink. Or maybe that one. No, I think this one. Like that, I think. I'm not sure if I like that one. I might move that one out the way and put that one in the middle. Yes, I do it like that. Right, okay, so I move these bits out of the way so I know what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is, first of all, I might not use all of this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, you can put double-sided tape like down there if you want to. I've just used Herma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bit down here like that. And my pink bit is my next one. Like so. And this one. Like that. And this one. This one. And this one. Oh, got room for another one. Oh no. It's going to be that one, isn't it? Is it going to be that one? Yeah, it's going to be that one. That one goes there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's how it's going to be. All I'm going to do now is slide my glue bottle underneath, and hopefully, if it's, yeah, it is working. Just slide my glue bottle underneath the nozzle and just put glue on there to stick them all together. Now, I've got these bottles back in with the ones with the nozzles on, thank goodness. The ones that got the lid. So if anyone needs extra, let me know. On there. So I'm just going to turn it over now, just to make sure that it's all stuck to my circle. Okay, because otherwise you'll start cutting it and then it'll all come apart. So just make sure it's all stuck, and then get yourself your pair of scissors, and then all you're going to do, I mean, if you want to die cut it again, then by all means do so. Okay, that's up to you, but you don't really need to. I'm just going to follow that around. A bit more difficult when you've got lots of pieces of paper to cut through, but go for it. I'm just gonna go around there, take that bit off, and then I'm going to lift that up. So any bits that are sticking up now, you just need to stick down. Oh, that was working a minute ago. Aha. There you go. So just check, just to make sure. So that's my balloon. So you can see it's a bit different. I mean, if you're making more than one, you can still use these. So it's things, when you get things like that all stick together, I don't want to throw them away, but I'm going to. They've gone in the bin. You're my witness. Okay, so here's my balloon. So let me get my little balloon. So there's my balloon in the sky. So now I need to put little bits down. Now I'm going to use craft this time, I think, because I used black because there was black here, but because I'm not using black, I'm not going to use black. Just going to cut myself a little basket. So really you just need a rectangle like so. Just get it to sort of the maximum size that you want it, like that. So that's, I think that's about what I want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just snip off the corners so you've got a basket underneath. All right, and then your string, you can use string obviously if you want to. I'm just going to cut myself a thin piece of card like so. I'm going to put Herma on it, and then I'm going to stick this down. So you have one here, and then you have one here. I put a little bit of black on it so you can see, and then you have one here. Oh, hold on a minute, there's not enough Herma in that corner. One here, I'll leave that bit on, and I need one more bit. Just cut another piece of and that one there. Just a tip, okay, if you're using craft card and you're using it from the book, you know that book I keep on about, that one, if you're using it from that book, just remember the craft card is different on different sides, so it's got two different colours. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sticky tape here, and I'm actually going to put it over the bits I've just stuck onto the basket, and I'm going to put sticky tape onto my balloon. You don't have to, but I am. So I'll put one there. Oops, one there. I think that's the top, isn't it? Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another one down the bottom here, like so. So you've got one at the top, one in the middle, and one down here. And I'm just going to take those bits of paper off. This one. Like so. And then your little balloon, you're just going to put it down where you want it to. I'm just going to work out where I want this to go. About there. So I've stuck, well, most of my balloon to my basket. Just going to put a little bit of glue under there so it doesn't keep wandering around. Ooh, it's all sticky. Get off. Go. Right. Okay, so there's my balloon. And I'm going to stick my balloon about there. Okay, so there's my balloon. Right, that's that bit done. Now for the clouds, I'm using the number 45 out of the sets that you can get. And they come in all different sizes. They're all handy to use. You get the negative and the positive, which always helps as well, because you can use those as stencils. So I've got 3, so I'm going to put one about there. I'll stick him down now. One like that. And we've got one, oh, like that. And then this little baby one, a bit smaller than the other one, but it'll do. This one, we're going to have that way around, like, oh, come here, like that. There's my clouds. Obviously, if you want to cut out clouds, you can do. You know, they're easy enough to do. And then we need our happy birthday. And you've got a choice, really. I've used this double happy birthday here. But you can use any sort of greeting. It doesn't matter. Let's have a look, see what they got on here. Anything I can use. See, that's quite a nice one. Let's just see if it's going to fit. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to use Sending My Love on this one, but because I'm not going to use this here, just to show you what you can do, I'm going to take a little bit of this paper. I'm going to put myself a little flower, like so. And I'm going to put it on the basket like that. Like so. And then we'll put a little bit of yellow in the middle. I don't know why I cut a bit that small. Silly. Come back. Right, just to cut a little bit of yellow to go in the middle. As I say, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you really like small round dots and you like them to be perfect, then by all means. But I'm not that person. So there's my little flower in the middle, and I'm going to put Sending My Love underneath. Which is going to be this one. I just need to check what I'm going to do. So I don't really want that there. So what I'm going to do is, I think, can I block it? No, I'm going to put it on white. So I'm going to get a piece of white card, not fatty, just white paper like that. And I'm going to put my greeting on. You can put it on in any colour you want. I'm going to use black. That's better. Sending my love. Obviously you want to put something in the balloon. So you bear with, I'll see if I can find a picture just to show how you do it. I'm wondering if I've got any small... I'm going to do like the cloudy thing with this. See what I mean. You just need something sort of cartoony-ish because of the way I've done it. Could be something like that. Sending my love, maybe, or sending my love. I think that'll do like that. I quite like that. So sending my love. So put this on here. This is also a good way of doing things. If you make a card and remember you should have stamped something, you can always stamp it on. As I've always said to you before, this is a favourite thing for my sister. My sister loves cutting out the wording like this. Sending my love. Now, as far as a photo goes, let me just quickly see if I can find a photo. Just bear with. As I say, this is an unusual photo to choose, but you'll get the idea. So, okay, you can put a person in your card. This is me. As I say, it's a really weird one to do, and my hand looks really long because of the way I was standing, but you get the idea. There you go. Sending my love. There you go. So you can see, you can put anything in the basket. It doesn't have to be a silhouette. Okay, that's actually me. So it's just... but that finishes that off nicely.